The Colonial Handover. Development is a package of benefits given to a people by the government. It is a means by which the people of a country progressively acquire a greater mastering over its destiny. Development takes place only when the central problem of unemployment and inequality in a society has declined from high levels. Orowele, 2007. Studies have shown that the political philosophy of colonial Nigeria was different significantly from that of the post-colonial era. While that of the colonial administration was fired by the need to maintain law and order in order to have peace so they can successfully engage in the production and exportation of raw materials, that of the post-colonial administration was or is supposed to be fueled on the dire need for sustainable development, not ceremonial and deceptive development. Empirical evidence shows that there was no deliberate policy or program to develop Nigeria industrially or provide the needed social and economic infrastructure, except when they enhanced the exportation and exploitation of primary product. Political historians maintain that the construction of railways under the colonial administration was not to ease transportation, but to enhance the exploitation and evacuation of raw materials from hinterland. This assertion is justified when we trace that the rail lines linked only those towns known for the production of cash crops or the other. For instance, the rail lines that passes through Port Harcourt to Enugu for the exploitation and bulk movement of palm products, to Kano for cotton and groundnut, and to Ibadan for cocoa, and to the sea through Lagos port to Britain. It can only be seen that the provision of social amenities under the colonial administration was restricted to where the colonial masters and government officials resided, known as the government residential areas, GRAs. These were the only areas where there were pipe-borne water, electricity, good road, decent housing. The lack of the provision of these social amenities in areas where the common man lived emphasizes the point that these were deliberate policies of the colonial government and their political philosophy. Impeccable evidence shows that social amenities like schools and hospitals were only provided by missionaries from the Catholics, Presbyterian, Methodist, Lutheran, and other Orthodox churches. This was to enhance and facilitate the spread of Christianity. But when Nigeria gained political independence from the Britain, the political philosophy changed. Nigeria was confronted with the problem of development. Those political leaders who took over the mantle of leadership found out that the country lacked necessary infrastructure. Therefore, a paradigm shift from the philosophy of maintaining law and order for exploitation to that of real sustainable development, or what Okereke described as development administration, became eminent. There was a shift in the philosophy of administration from that of maintaining law and order and exploitation of primary production, exportation to liberate the economy of Britain, to that of maintaining the country strong, developing a burning sense of patriotism, and promoting a comprehensive program of social, economic, and industrial development. Okereke, 1999. Following the abortion of the First Republic by military incursion and subsequent civil war, Nigeria could not execute the post-colonial political philosophy and implement development projects and programs, but in the Second Republic formulated a litany of development projects. Though some of them suffered stillbirth, others were aborted on their way to delivery, and some of them were executed to near impactful extent. And as the present democratic dispensation dawned in 1999, political leaders took the promise of development to another level. Every campaign, every political debate, in fact, development mantra dominated every political discussions. However, in executing these development programs, politicians hijacked and upturned the table and to relocate them from the policy target and even from the target beneficiaries. Sustainable development is one desire that has always been required, demanded, and sought. But sadly, we have always missed the bus. We have become a slave for this ambition and a prisoner of success. In many cases, the real meaning of development is misconstrued to mean the function and constitutional responsibilities of the government which they use our tax monies to execute. Experts postulate that the development does not mean the construction of roads and markets and other physical infrastructure, but the quality improvement in the life standard of the majority of the people through the provision of economic and social infrastructures like industries, employment, water, electricity, health facilities, good roads, etc. Okereke, 1999. Development must not be only seen in terms of material advancement. A society is seen to be moving towards development when there is more freedom, more social justice, and there are opportunities for the people to participate in taking decisions that affect them. When a public office holder or a representative buys cars and other great gifts to his unemployed political supporters in the name of empowerment, it reactivates colonial political philosophy because it is not designed to address the central problem of poverty and unemployment, which has enslaved them for decades. Pundits describe them as bids to obtain fraudulent support for the next elections. Empowerment should be geared towards changing the social, and if your economy and social status has not changed, you are far from being empowered. Our politicians should refrain from taking undue advantage of the vulnerable by confusing development with vote trading. What we need now is sustainable development and employment. We should not be celebrating construction of roads and hospitals after 60 years after independence. Rather, we should use the available resources in order to ensure the long-term well-being of present and future beneficiaries. Our government should aim at maintaining a continuous progress which aims for and maintains a constructive state of institutions and systems. As we prepare for the next elections, let's vote in a government that will guarantee public participation and address the central problem of poverty. Development should be horizontal and not concentrated at the urban centers, else we will be wallowing in the stupor of colonial handover.